YouTube, we are playing the Chad way of Dogmatica using White Relic alongside her White Knight. This is Ritual Dogmatica. Let's go.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
This time we're going second. Can the deck win going second? Of course, when you have Max C. Branded Fusion. Maybe he'll stop the Max C. That'd be good to see, right? Chaining the Max C. This is at least summoning twice. There you go. Now we're in for a good duel. The best deck of Master Duel, Branded Despia versus Dogmatica Ritual. Ooh, I'm in for a good one. Please, Branded Despia, do not mess this up. Play well. He's doing everything correctly so far. Lubellion and the Tragedy search for the Libitum. Discard a card, discarding Albaz. Grab Libitum, please. Don't be a fool. Yes. Okay, we're doing good stuff. Mirror Jade here for non-targeting banish. We are non-targeting banishing. Banish your own card. Very good. And we're going to end phase, set the branded in red. This is at least double disruption. Double disruption. Can he play through double? Can we play through double? Nadir Servant, turning off our extra deck, sending an Elder Entity Entis, pop a card in the fields. This will chain the branded in red. He's not going to lose a disruption, actually. He could summon a Predaplant Dragostapelia and still have double disruption. Bro, what the heck are you summoning? Why Chimera? What? What? Excuse me. Okay, he lost a disruption. That's okay, but he's going to summon Mirror Jade. He will still have a disruption. Why not Dragostapelia for a monster negate? Can't wait. You were almost perfect. All right, he doesn't have Poly in the graveyard, so the Chimera's just chilling. I guess he just really wanted to trigger the Tragedy, I guess. I think he wanted that. Okay. Maximus banishing the extra deck monster from the graveyard to come forth and summon. Maximus is going to send 2 extra deck monsters to the graveyard. That's actually going to trigger the opponent's Albion now. The Herald of Arclight and the Elder Entity Entis are both going to activate. By putting the Herald on Chainlink 1, the Entis on Chainlink 2, it does play around Ash Blossom. Entis popping that back row. It is impermanence. Bro, you didn't imperm negate Maximus. Can't wait. Okay. Alrighty. Grabbing a ritual spell. Get ritual summoning. We still have to play through a disruption here. He has non-targeting banish. White Relic is here. Triggering the Herald of Arclight. We're going to use the White Relic to, I don't even know what are you doing? You are targeting 2 face-up monsters. Make one of those monsters gain attack equal to the other monster's attack. So you're going to gain 3,300 attack. We're not going to like that, so we're going to chain Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade, banish. Chain Knighted negates. I don't think so, mate. Non-targeting negate. Wow. That's great. Boost. 3,800 attack. Okay. The Macabre is going to banish from the graveyard to summon, ritual summon the White Knight. White Knight is disruption if your opponent activates a card. We have the Fossil Warrior in the graveyard, banishing to pop the targetable Chimera. Boost up the field. What was it? Why did we? Well, is there a reason why we attacked in with this? We are indestructible by card effect, by battle, that is. Okay, let's go. BM, you BMing? BM? Oh, no way he's BMing. He's BMing? You don't BM on the non-lethal turn. No one does that. Setting the field spell with Albion. That does trigger the effect because you activate an effect, so I get to now look at your extra deck, sending the Coritis to the graveyard, triggering the Titan Clad I also send from my extra deck to the graveyard. Let's go. We're going to Titan Clad grab another Knighted. That's another negate if you get an extra deck monster on the field, mate. Damn. If you summon an extra deck monster, this is crazy. If he summons from the extra deck, he gets to discard a card from the extra. That's right, discard. And if you activate a card effect, I get to look at your extra deck and send another card. So it's double card from the extra deck to the graveyard. And let's go. Sending the Wind Pegasus, getting rid of Lubellion. He's only got 7 cards left in the extra deck. If any of his cards get destroyed, he's going to be triggering the Wind Pegasus to spin a card in the field back in the deck. Activating the Theater of the Branded for a Chimera. Chimera is going to be Chain Link 1. Chain Link 2 and 3 will be Tragedy and the Dramaturge, but we are going to chain our White Relic. We're going to look at our opponent's extra deck and then put a card in the graveyard. Do we also send one of our own? Just look at your opponent's extra deck and send it to the graveyard. Okay, that's it. Just look, just look. We do get popping. We're gonna pop just one. We're gonna draw 2. Pop 1, draw 2, and summon a 3,000 attack Dramaturge. Look at the extra deck. Knighted, negate. No draw 2, no pop 1, nothing. Damn. That's crazy. Sending the Perskinian to the graveyard. Perskinian, be gone. Huge White Relic. And our White Knight is protected from battle destruction. Our entire field can't be destroyed by battle besides the White Relic. Nope, can't be destroyed. Nope, can't be destroyed. Bullying. Bullying Branded Despia. We are going in Sangan, linking it off for Almirage. Almirage, Sangan gets searching for a monster we cannot activate. Oh, damn. White Knight's small. Pre-preparation of rights, grabbing the Dogmatica Cabre, which the White Knight only activates during the opponent's turn generally. It could activate on yours if your opponent activates a card effect. Secure Gardener to get the Almirage in the graveyard. We can now banish it for Maximus. Perfect. Banish an extra deck monster from the graveyard. Getting hit by that Max C. Do we take the Max C challenge? Are we a Chad? We really don't have to. We have Knighted in the hand. We could kind of chill. We're going to be sending, the Wind Pegasus and a Herald of Arclight. Arclight grabbing a Ritual. We're going into the Max C challenge. Sending Titan Clad to the graveyard to summon Dogmatica. We do have a monster negate with the Knighted. Follow-up Ritual Summon. The White Relic, banishing a monster from the graveyard. So first we use the extra deck, then we use the graveyard of that extra deck monster to summon the White Relic. White Relic is here. Sending the opponent's Seeger to the graveyard. You can look at your opponent's extra deck, send it to the graveyard. Very good. Titanclad would be grabbing the Knighted if we needed it. We didn't want to summon the Ecclesia onto the field because of Max C. If you activate a monster effect, we're going to look at the extra deck. It's time, and we're going to get boosted. Wait, we didn't activate. What? We are going to now send a Cyber Dragon Infinity to the graveyard. So what this says, again, let me double check with this. If a monster is special summon for your opponent's extra deck, that triggered the effect to look at the opponent's extra deck, sending the Infinity. Why did we not use the White Knight? White Knight says if your opponent activates a card or effect, look at the extra deck. Okay. I guess he wants to save it for disruption because you could send Elder Entity and Tis to get poppin'. Maybe there's a better time to summon. Better time to get poppin'. We could summon with the Knighted whenever to negate because he now has an extra deck monster on the field. He's waiting. He's waiting. Cyber Rev System now, right? No? What? Wait. he's indestructible. The graveyard's the new extra deck. Maximus sending Entis and the Omega. Entis gonna pop the back row. You triggered Cyber Dragon Nova. This could literally summon a Macabre. Macabre can negate anything. If your opponent is the one to get this in the graveyard, you win, right? That should be a win. Call by the Grave to negate the Elder Entity Entis. Probably should have negated something else. Maybe the Omega? Or the Wind Pegasus. Banishing the Wind Pegasus, I think, would have been better. Nova summoning, what does that do? Cyber Dragon Eternity. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects if you have a Machine Fusion in the graveyard. It also cannot be destroyed by card effects. Do we have a Machine Fusion in the graveyard? We do. So this is unstoppable. Cannot be targeted, cannot be destroyed. If sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card, you could special summon a Cyber Dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. You could banish this from the graveyard. Your opponent cannot target fusions with card effects. Okay. How do we deal with that? We are going to trigger the White Relic and trigger the White Knight. We are going to be sending the Cyber Dragon Infinity. Get boosted to 5250. We're going to summon the Knighted, sending Zeus from the extra deck to the graveyard. Zeus is gone. Fossil Warrior. Wait, how is Fossil Warrior going to destroy this? It's negated. The Knighted negated because the Knighted does not target. What the... Summon and negate without targeting when it was untargetable and indestructible. Wow. This deck's got plays. This deck's got plays. Psyframe Lord Omega. Negate. And we're using the Fossil Warrior to take out the Mad Lad. The Cyber Dragon Eternity is going to... It should have activated, right? I guess he didn't want to activate it. The Ecclesia grabbing a Dogmatica Punishment. This is such a good control deck. Boost up the field. Is this deck actually consistent? Because I love it. Wait, what was that? Did you just BM? Level 8 or higher cannot be destroyed by battle. Keck, wait. It does not look like we give up lethal, though. You have to understand that if he activates anything, he will be able to send an Entis to the graveyard to pop. What do you do? What do you do? Naster, okay. Triggering, there you go. Send Elder Entity Entis. Oh, Cyberload Fusion. But you're still going to lose out to that. Cyberload Fusion uses the field and the banish. Well, that completely stops the fusion. Fusion, negated. Sending the Wind Pegasus to the graveyard. We're going to send the Chimeratech Rampage to the graveyard. Boost up to 4,800 attack. What was that? What was that? Oh, Lightning Storm. Holy shit, you had no protection. Titan-clad summoning from the deck, Ecclesia. Ecclesia into Dogmatica Knighted. There needs to be an extra deck monster on the field to summon the Knighted. And that is a scoop. Damn. Wow, you have nothing in the graveyard could banish, protect. Crazy. Starting off with the Dogmatica Ecclesia, searching for Dogmatica Punishment, pre-preparation of rights as we lock ourselves out of the extra deck, grabbing a White Knight of the Dogmatica, Nadir Servant sending a Herald of the Arclight to search for a ritual spell or monster, grabbing the Dogmatica Calamity. Okay, let's go. Sending a Titan-clad, which will search for the Knighted in the end phase. Very good. That is a level 8 to summon a level 8. We got the combo. Damn. Looking at the extra deck, sending a Prank Kid Meow Moo to the graveyard. Prank Kid's Pranks. Get searching for the Lampsies. What does the Chaos Scepter Blast do? If you control level 8 or higher spellcaster, banish a card in the field face down. What? Okay. Activating the White Knight of Dogmatica. Your opponent activated any card or effect, boosting up to 4,450 attack, sending a DPE from the opponent's extra deck to the graveyard, and sending a Fossil Warrior, which next turn you could banish to destroy a monster on the field. Wow. This is nutty, just completely messing up the extra deck. Artifact Scythe is crying. Right of Air's Mirror, summon a token. Is there any way to stop this? We do. We got Dogmatica Punishment. We got this easy. Easy. Discarding the Pranks. Ooh, Triple Tactics Talent Steal. One of the monsters taking control. We're going to chain Dogmatica Punishment. Pop in the token. We have the Wind Pegasus in the graveyard now. If you destroy anything, we will then spin a card in the field back in the deck. Taking control. You now have control of a card that says you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. You countered yourself. You can't use the extra deck. Okay. All right. God. Wait. Why can't I summon my Lampsies? What's going on? Take out the White Relic, triggering the Wind Pegasus in the graveyard to spin back the Griffin back in the deck off of the destruction of a card you control. Give me back my White Knight. Ooh, we got Harpy Feather Duster. Wipe out the back row. Called by the Grave. Going to be banishing the Ecclesia. That's fine with me. That's going to trigger the effect to get boosted. Sending Herald of the Arclight to search. Sending the opponent's access code Talker. This card's actually nuts. Grabbing the Dogmatica. Wait, that ritual summons from the graveyard? Summon from your hand or graveyard. The White Knight and the White Relic. The non-stop Wombo combo. Sending a Unicorn from the extra to the graveyard. Boosting up after we got boosted. Damn. Some reason was not lethal, though. Could not lethal. Imperm in the hand, not setting. That's kind of interesting. Token with no Fateful Adventure. Draco back to get spinning. Triggering the White Knight to send an Elder Entity Entis to pop the token. Holy moly. Damn. Huge shout out to Agrippa with the Pure Duo Ritual Dogmatica, all about summoning the White Relic alongside the White Knight and then completely messing up your opponent's extra deck. Here is the full picture of what the deck looks like before we go in and start talking about it. Now let's go in and talk about it. The main disruptions of this deck are going to be searching for a Dogmatica punishment with the Ecclesia, or having a Knighted to summon onto the field to non-targeting negate a monster on the field. But the cool disruption of the deck, the cool one, is the White Knight of Dogmatica. The White Knight of Dogmatica, anytime your opponent activates anything, it is a hard once per turn though, you get to send a card from your extra deck to the graveyard, and you get to send a card from your opponent's extra deck to the graveyard, and what you're sending is going to be Elder Entity Entis to pop a card on the field. You're also going to get boosted by the monster you sent to the graveyard from their extra deck. And when comboed up with the White Relic is going to be protecting your level 8 or higher Dogmaticas from being destroyed by battle. She's also going to be boosting herself or another monster on the field by another monster on the field. So you choose what monster steals an attack, which is a perma attack boost. And she states that if your opponent summons from the extra deck, you look at the extra deck and you send a card to the graveyard. So you are constantly ripping cards out of your opponent's extra deck, getting rid of DPE, Meow Moo, all of their core fusion, synchros, exceeds, links. Get rid of them. This is also making use of the new ritual spell that allows you to summon a ritual monster from the hand or graveyard, and you could use the graveyard for the ritual materials to summon that monster from the hand or graveyard. And to make the deck consistent, you have Sanguine and Diviner for your normal summon alongside your Ecclesia. Ecclesia could be special summon if you have an extra deck monster on the field. Sanguine, when sent to the graveyard for Almirage, could search for your White Relic or your White Knight, so that's very consistent. Diviner sending the Herald of Arclight. When you're continually sending cards from your action deck to the graveyard, you got Fossils, you got Entis, you have Titanclad to search for your Dogmatica. You got searches with the Herald. You got the Wind Pegasus to spin a card in the field back in the deck if anything gets destroyed. It is absolutely nuts.